just the beginning. News 3 Now at 6 begins right now. Madison East High School officials are developing a safety plan for tomorrow after several fights broke out there today.
At least 15 police officers had to respond around the noon hour. It resulted in 2 student citations, at least 1 officer assaulted, and 8 students treated for pepper spray burns. Naomi Coles joins us from outside the high school with more.
There was some palpable frustration at the press conference I attended here earlier this afternoon. One parent who was there said her child doesn't feel safe and she wants to know why. Several students I spoke to also said they don't feel safe at school right now. The timeline today started with a big fight in the Welcome Center where someone pulled a fire alarm during the ruckus. As students spilled outside because of the alarm, several more fights broke out. Madison police officers used pepper spray on students after 1 officer was assaulted. 5 of the 8 students who were treated for pepper spray had to go to the hospital. They are doing fine now. Students tell me they're scared, and officials say they're trying to build a more holistic approach.
It has been very bad since the beginning. There has been a lot of fights. Every day there's always a conflict. We don't feel safe because every time something bad happens, it's just something big. The police have to come out their way to stop the violence. It's just not a safe environment in the school.
And it's a more complex thing than just having resource officers in schools. When we first started schools, we didn't have resource officers in school. We didn't even have police. And I ask everyone to go back and think about where we are right now and how can we make a better society.
Now, one school official actually told me afterwards he estimates that a full 90% of these types of behavior incidents and fights are actually happening during the open lunch hour. That's when students can actually leave the campus and then come back. We are working to get more data about the problem. We will update you when we hear more.
Naomi, thank you. 2 people are in the hospital and a dog is dead after a shooting in a community just south of Madison. Oregon police think it was from a fight between a man and a woman in an apartment complex. Oregon Police Chief Jennifer Pagenkop says a woman called 911 around 7:45 this morning saying she had been shot in an apartment on South Perry Parkway. When police arrived, they heard more gunshots. Inside, they found a man and a woman both shot and a dog dead. The 2 people shot were transported to the hospital by medics and remain in serious condition.
Provide updates as we can, and then just please know that the area is safe and that there's no danger to the public.
The chief says people who live or drive along South Perry Parkway should expect police to be there much of the day, possibly into this evening.
New court documents are laying out how a Madison officer was shot by a fellow officer. An amended court document filed today as part of a court hearing for K'Twan Richardson. It says police were trying to take Richardson into custody and he had a gun. One officer says Richardson pointed the gun at him and had his finger on the trigger, so the officer grabbed the gun with both hands, tried to push it down. They say that's when it went off. Madison police had previously said an officer inadvertently shot another officer. Richardson facing 9 charges in the incident, including resisting an officer causing harm and endangering safety. He pleaded not guilty to those charges this afternoon. Well, let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Boy, another beautiful day on the weather patio. Temperatures were well into the 60s. Now, temperatures are starting to fall off a little bit as the cold front has come through. The time lapse from the WIC Skycam shows bright sunshine for most of the day today, and then as we headed toward this evening, you see some cirrus clouds starting to move in overhead, but the clouds will thicken up later on tonight, and that'll keep our temperatures from getting too cold. Doppler track, you can see a few scattered light showers across northwestern Wisconsin and up toward the Twin Cities metro area. That's well behind the cold front that's already come through. Low temperatures this morning, right around 40 here in Madison, but high temperatures were in the upper 60s. In the case of Boscobel, they topped out at 71 degrees, but now temperatures have dropped back into the middle 50s in Madison. That's down about 6 degrees just in the last hour now that a cold front has come through. By tomorrow morning, we'll still be around 44 thanks to the cloud cover overnight. Tomorrow we'll see more clouds, not quite as mild, with a high temperature of 57. Look for temperatures to drop off a lot more toward the end of the week. I'll have more on that in the extended forecast in just a few minutes.
SSM Health is hosting its first in-school vaccine clinic tonight for the newly approved age group of children 5 to 11.
And it's all happening in Waunakee tonight at Prairie Elementary School. Our Brad Hamilton is live there now. And Brad, how many children are they hoping to get through there tonight?
Officials say that number is around 480. And I got a chance to speak with the school superintendent, who says that number is awesome and one he's certainly very proud of. Now, Waunakee becomes the first school district in all of Dane County to put on one of these events for children ages 5 to 11. But SSM Health tells us that they are planning to put on at least a dozen more clinics at schools from around the county. Now, we did get a chance to speak with Waunakee superintendent, who says it was just a great feeling to help put on this clinic tonight.
I think there's anything we can do to try to find our way back to what more normal looks like. I think we've had a great start to the school year. Obviously, we're under masking guidelines, and my hope is that by continuing to offer the vaccine for those who are choosing to receive it, that it'll continue to bring us back to some further degrees of normalcy.
This event does continue until 7, but it is by appointment only. And coming up tonight at 10, we are going to capture a special moment that happened at today's event between a doctor and a student. Reporting live tonight in Waunakee, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Parents, if you were looking for another vaccine option for your 5 to 11-year-old, Public Health Madison-Dane County is now booking vaccine appointments at the Align Energy Center. The clinic will be open from Tuesday through Saturday, but you need an appointment, which you can make on the Public Health website. Kids 5 to 17 must be with a parent or guardian when they arrive.
Pediatric clinical trials for Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine are focusing on kids ages 6 months to 5 years now. Here in Madison, dozens of kids in that group are participating in a clinical trial at American Family Children's Hospital. Those who applied previously will be contacted by the researchers if their child has chosen to participate. The Moderna vaccine is administered in 2 doses, 4 weeks apart. Participation in the trial lasts 14 months with at least 4 follow-up appointments during that time.
That's why we do these clinical trials. We want to make sure that they are safe and that they are effective.
Right now, the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine has not been granted authorization for kids ages 5 to 11. Columbia County Public Health will be hosting a free walk-in clinic for the COVID-19 booster vaccine. That'll be held at the Health and Human Services building in Portage for 2 days. This Wednesday, 11 to 5, and then Friday, November 19th from 8 to 4. You have to be 18 or older and be eligible for that booster. Appointments are not necessary. Remember to bring your vaccination card.
Police in Wauwatosa now say 3 officers are recovering after they were shot at the Radisson Hotel Saturday. Authorities initially said 2 officers were wounded. They were investigating a report of gunfire and were directed to the 2nd floor. Officers began checking rooms when they were met with gunfire. Officers returned fire, but the suspect was not hit. Moments later, he left the room and was taken into custody. 2 firearms were recovered from his room. The FBI is leading an investigation into reports of remains found at Fort McCoy. This report came in over the weekend. So far, no word on if the remains are of a person or animal. We will update you when we learn any more information. Flags are flying at half-staff in Wisconsin to honor a World War II veteran killed in the Pearl Harbor attack. Today, the remains of Navy Hospital apprentice First Class Keith Connolly is being buried with military honors in Markesan. Connolly died while aboard the USS Oklahoma in 1941. Earlier this year, he was identified by investigators after his remains were exhumed in 2015. The debate over redistricting maps continues as the Senate holds a vote on them.
And here's something you don't see every day, how a food truck is now getting involved with the drawing of those maps. That's just ahead. Stay with us.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
The snow, the ice, the bitter cold. The joys of a Midwestern winter. Keep your family warm, safe, and comfortable with 30% off Feltco windows and no interest for 1 year. Our energy-efficient windows will keep the harsh weather out and the heat in. So get those drafty windows replaced now.
30% off Feltco windows and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
matched with this cutie on a dating site. We texted all the time, but never met up. Then he asked to send him gift cards for a plane ticket to see me. And that's when I remembered a tip I got from the AARP Fraud Watch Network. Gift cards? This is a romance scam. Spent that money on self-care instead.
Recognize fraud sooner so your money lives longer. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Republicans and Democrats have pretty much drawn a line in the sand when it comes to drawing new district maps. It's their way or the highway.
And that was clear in a vote this afternoon in the state Senate. Naomi Coles takes us there.
This is a historic day.
Another day, another map. State senators voted on 4 political map options today. Just one, the GOP-drawn one, made the cut in the Republican-controlled Senate.
The Democrats' maps disenfranchisement, they disenfranchise even more voters than the governor's maps, which was at a historically high level already.
By contrast, the Republicans hired $500 an hour lawyers, wasted money like crazy on a crooked map. That's the difference.
Senate and Assembly Democrats each submitted their own map versions as amendments on Friday.
It is possible to draw a fair map that follows all of the traditional redistricting criteria and results in a more balanced legislature.
The Democrats are so embarrassed by the governor's maps that they have drawn and introduced their own maps for consideration.
Republicans voted down both, as did Democratic Senator Lena Taylor, who is running for lieutenant governor.
My intention today is to speak for the interests of people of color in the state of Wisconsin.
She said none of the maps fully meet all redistricting standards, including those set by the Voting Rights Act, when considering discrimination.
Let the record reflect that the Senate Democratic map is the best on the VRA numbers, but they still do not meet the threshold that is required when you consider the totality of the circumstances.
Democrats say the Republican maps that passed today preserve and make worse the gerrymandering from 10 years ago. At the Capitol for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
The governor has already said he will veto the Republican-drawn maps that passed on party lines this afternoon. That means the courts will draw the new ones and could use either the Republican or Democratic maps as a base if they choose to.
And just before the state Senate passed those maps, a pizza truck visited the Capitol today to speak out on gerrymandering. Jerry's Partisan Pizza partnered with the Wisconsin Fair Maps Coalition to deliver garbage pizzas to state legislators. The pizzas were used to reflect the maps drawn to by Republicans. Tomorrow, the truck will head to Appleton.
Keeping crash responders safe, coming up what the State Patrol wants you to know the next time you come across an incident.
Plus, you may start seeing more deer out and about in the next few weeks if you haven't already. How you can avoid getting into a costly accident. Then get ready for some chillier weather. Gary's back with a look at your full forecast.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
Are you sick of the areas of your home being cold in the winter or hot in the summer? Your house is a complete system of components that need to work together, similar to the human body. Just like us, your home needs to breathe too. If we're letting our home breathe fresh air, we'll be healthier and regulate our temperature better. Wouldn't it be great if we could show you all the areas needing improvement in just minutes without tearing the house apart? That is what our thermal imaging does for you. It will show the temperature differences and areas of air exchange. Then you'll know what areas need to be improved. Just like going to the doctor, except these doctors do house calls. This will also help in preventing the entrance of harmful pollutants inside your house. You can now easily bring down the energy bills and have a durable and safe home environment with Fry Construction. Visit fryconstruction.com to schedule your free professional house call with a thermal imaging and insulation specialist.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is looking to raise awareness about driving in and around crash scenes. That's why this week is being designated as Crash Responder Safety Week. Every year, there are about 136,000 crashes in the state. Most of these need emergency responders. Since 2017, there's been about 3,600 secondary incidents, resulting in about 1,800 injuries and 35 deaths.
There's a lot of stuff going around. There's fire, EMS, tow services, public works, law enforcement. So there's going to be people walking around out on the highways when people are driving 70 miles an hour.
He says if you see an incident on the side of the road, move over and slow down.
And the rut is underway in Wisconsin. That means drivers need to be extra careful, looking out for deer. And during this time, deer can become even more unpredictable and oblivious to their surroundings. Usually deer are most active around dusk and dawn. It's good to make sure your car lights and brakes are in good condition.
You could have damage ranging anywhere from slow as $500 up to $10,000, $15,000, depending on what kind of electronics would be in the front of the car.
And if a deer does run out in front of you, they remind you, hit the brakes. Don't try to swerve out of the way. State Patrol says you risk the chance of hurting yourself or someone else. The rut is expected to continue for the next few weeks. DNR cautioning hunters to avoid putting deer stands in ash trees this year. That's because many of the trees are dead from the emerald ash borer. Tree stand accidents are the leading cause of serious injury for deer hunters. Also be careful around ash trees while they're on the ground. Branches from infested trees can also easily break off and fall.
And here's Gary with your certified most accurate forecast.
Well, we enjoyed a great day today, but 3 things you need to know in the forecast shows that we do have a change on the way. Now, it won't be quite as mild for tomorrow and Wednesday, but we'll still see above normal temperatures with highs in the upper 50s. Then some showers from Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's ahead of a cold front, and then temperatures will start falling Thursday afternoon. And by the time we get into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we could see flurries of snow mixing in with the rain showers on all 3 of those days, and maybe even a few flurries into Monday of next week. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. It is a pretty evening out there, but as we check out the almanac for today, look at that high temperature, 67 degrees. That's almost 20 degrees above normal. Our low temperature of 48 degrees above normal. And as we look at Doppler track, there are a few light showers well behind the cold front. The front has actually just made it through far southeastern Wisconsin. The showers lagging well back behind the front, but it's just an increase in clouds that we'll see overnight. And that'll actually keep temperatures up a bit for tonight, even though we've had a cold front come through. You can see right now temperatures still in the mid to upper 50s along and ahead of the cold front. Behind the front, they drop into the 40s back through much of Minnesota, into the Dakotas, a few spots already in the 30s. But on weather track, upper level winds still from the southwest. That will change with time. We'll see that jet stream start sagging to the south and then a wind shift to a more northwesterly direction, and that will start bringing in much colder air by the end of the week. But in the short term, there's the cold front, just more of a wind shift than anything else behind the front, not a big cool off behind the front. In fact, you look at temperatures along and south of the front, they're right around 60. They've dropped back into the mid-50s here, around 50 up toward Eau Claire in the Twin Cities. You really have to get back into northern Minnesota and North Dakota before you see temperatures in the middle 30s. On future track, you can see some clouds tonight. That will actually keep temperatures up, so we'll look for lows in the mid-40s. Highs tomorrow, upper 50s, even though we'll have northwesterly winds, probably a few breaks in the clouds too. Tomorrow night with a little more clearing for much of the night, temperatures will drop to around 30. Then on Wednesday, those winds start to shift around to the south and southeast and increase in speed. High temperatures will be in the upper 50s. Here come the showers for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But you can see where that cold front is, right about to Madison, just before 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's when we'll start to see that change in temperatures, especially as we head toward the latter part of Thursday. And the rainfall amounts probably heavier to the north and west of us. Here in the rest of southern Wisconsin, we'll probably see rainfall amounts somewhere between about a ½ inch and 3/4 of an inch. Again, there could be some flakes of snow mixed in as well. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness, not as mild as today, but still above normal temperatures. Remember that high temperature should be in the lower 40 or middle 40s. 57 for the high temperature for tomorrow, and then 57 on Wednesday. Thursday, that's the transition day. Again, showers in the morning along that front, and then some clearing in the afternoon, but falling temperatures in the afternoon. High only at 40 degrees on Friday, and then you can see some rain and snow shower chances there. On Sunday, probably a better chance for rain or snow showers, a few on Saturday as well, and maybe even a few flurries into Monday. By the middle of next week, we're back into the 40s, but some rain showers at that time as well.
Bucks are celebrating their championship run once again, this time in a pretty grand way. We got more on their ceremony in the nation's capital coming up in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Starion Bank's mobile banking solutions can help you get it all done. Safely deposit checks from anywhere, anytime with mobile deposit. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities at starionbank.com.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopko Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopko Optical. You'll see.
Celebrate Eye Care Month this November and get 33% off a complete pair of glasses.
Coming from the Midwest, we know that winter can chill to the bones. Menards has all the heating options to combat those cold months. Need heat wherever you are? Check out our endless options of space heaters. Want something for a cozy living space? Pick up one of our many fireplaces. Job sites? Home? We have your back. Menards has heating options for whatever situation you need it for, and get 11% off it all.
Save big money at Menards.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
Starion Bank's mobile banking solutions can help you get it all done. Quickly open an account, set up alerts, and more. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities at starionbank.com.
The holidays are coming, and that's prime season for porch pirates. In the morning, we'll show you the best tools to fight back and answer our question of the day for a chance to win these.
Plus, we are going from mild to wild. Colder air is on the way. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The championship celebrations continue, this time on a much bigger stage in the nation's capital. The Bucks were honored at the White House earlier in a special ceremony with President Joe Biden. Now, the team, along with coaches, owners, and execs, got to celebrate the historic win with the president, where they got to flash the Larry O'Brien trophy, as well as present the president with a jersey of his own. Today also marks the first time that an NBA champion visits the White House since 2016.
It's a great example that, with hard work, with sacrifices, if you dedicate yourself and waking up every single day and try to get better in anything you do, in anything you love, and believing in your dreams. You can accomplish great things in life. I've done that my whole life, and I'm in the White House, and this is awesome. Can never take moments like that for granted, but without hard work, that would not be possible.
After months of preparation, practice, and facing one another, it's almost go time for the Wisconsin men's basketball team. The Badgers are just one day away from tipping off the new season. They'll get things going against St. Francis College, Brooklyn, tomorrow night at the Kohl Center. A couple weeks back, the Badgers hit the hardwood for a scrimmage with Whitewater. A taste of what's to come, but now it's for real, and the team is really excited for what's in store.
Our guys are excited. They get to this point in time of the year, and it's time to start games for real. I think they're ready for it. They're eager. I know they've been excited to get to this point and counting down the days, and they've done a very good job of putting in the work and developing and working together.
With what Wisconsin football did over the weekend, it comes as no shock that a player is being recognized with a weekly honor, and that it's Braylon Allen. For the second time this season, he earned Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Against Rutgers, the young running back racked up 129 yards on 15 carries and 1 touchdown. He now has 5 straight games with over 100 rushing yards, meaning he's the first Wisconsin freshman to reach that feat since Anthony Davis 20 years ago.
It's a cool honor, especially to have it twice so far. But I mean, the most important thing to me is obviously the win, and so any way that I can help do that, no matter how many yards I got, the win's the only thing that matters.
Saturday is the day the Packers will have to wait and see if Aaron Rodgers is good to go for Sunday's game against the Seahawks. Matt LaFleur said yesterday that if Rodgers is cleared, meaning no symptoms and 2 negative tests, he'll start for the green and gold. On the other side of the field, there isn't a wait and see for Seattle's QB1. Russell Wilson will make his first start since injuring his finger in Week 5. The former Badger is 0-4 all-time at Lambeau Field. The Wisconsin women's hockey team is skating into their bye week the same way they started the season, as the #1 team in the country. The Badgers return to the ice November 20th against St. Thomas. Gary?
Well, a pretty nice night out there tonight. The live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Still, even though temperatures have dropped a little bit, they're still pretty comfortable. In fact, as we look at wind speeds right now, you can see they've shifted to the north. The cold front right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. So we'll see those temperatures drop off a little bit more. But we're at 54 now. That's down 6 degrees in the last hour, but still well above normal for this time of year. We should be about 10 degrees cooler just for the high temperature. Look for a low temperature tonight of about 44 degrees. High temperature tomorrow, 57. We'll see at least some breaks in the clouds during the day tomorrow. And then as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, 57 on Wednesday, slight chance for a shower. Better chances Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Cold front comes through that high on Thursday at 50, probably about midday. Then temperatures drop off to only around 40 on Friday with a chance of rain and snow showers. Slight chance Saturday with highs only in the upper 30s. Sunday, probably our best chances for seeing some flakes of snow, high 38. A slight chance on Monday, and then rain showers toward the middle of next week as temperatures at least get back into the 40s by that time.
Yeah, hopefully people got a chance to get outside and enjoy today. We know that's not going to last forever. Gary, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.